Welcome traders to this video where we're going to be looking at Kenny, who has actually reached the low risk evaluation level 1 profit target.
I have taken FK. I have taken your challenge a couple of times just to kind of honestly get an idea of what the like the leverage is like and opening trades on the account. I would say that my trading style is a bit aggressive, simply because I've been trading for probably 7 years now, so I have a really good understanding of risk management, and so essentially, my I guess my trading style would be considered institutional trading, where it's looking at order blocks, points of interest, levels of imbalance, and a combination of those confirmations to decide whether I get in a trade or not. My stop loss are typically anywhere from like 5 to 10 pips. So I'm never really extending more than that, maybe like 15 pips, which allows me to kind of increase the lot size and kind of complete the challenge pretty quickly. I'm pretty good at holding my runners. So I really don't get, I guess, like freaked out once those big lot sizes go in play. But now, honestly, I'm looking more long term as opposed to short term. So I am looking forward to reaching all of the stages, hopefully. But this next stage too, I don't see myself trading it as I did just to pass the challenge. I'll be honest, to pass the challenge, it was really just to get it done. But now I am looking more of a long-term kind of trading style to the point where I plan to maybe like withdraw weekly and then get through the stages that way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. Obviously, you mentioned that you'll adapt to the level 2, perhaps slow it down, take a more long-term approach, which I would suggest is the best case moving forward, especially because this is now a live account. Just creating that small buffer of 1 to 2% is massive. Then the 2 max losses extended, and then you've got a lot more room to play with, which improves the mindset and also helps with long-term risk management. So are you, in terms of like technical or fundamental analysis, what are you, what kind of trader are you?
I would say I'm more so a technical analysis. I would probably say about 85% is technical, and then maybe 15 is fundamental. But for the most part, my decisions are based off of price action.
Okay. Cool. Well, it all sounds very good, and obviously you've got sounds like experience with other prop firms. So how long have you been in the market for in terms of foreign exchange?
How long I've been trading?
Yeah.
For about, I want to say about 6 to 7 years. I'll be honest, I probably started in college, and my first probably like 3 to 4 years weren't very profitable. But within the last 2 to 3 years, I've been a full-time trader. So, not as consistent. I'll be honest, not as consistent as I would like to have been. Where I may have traded like 4 months for a prop firm, and then ended up going to another prop firm for about 4 to 5 months. But this time around, I am looking to honestly, if I really like your company and the way you guys operate, and your customer service. So I am really hoping that this is where I stay for the long term. Granted that you guys are around, I am looking for something, to partner up with someone for the long term.
Yeah, and we hope the same. Likewise, as long as the trader is consistent, and yeah. So just quickly, are you going to be continuing all of your trades on USD JPY, or are you going to be expanding to other instruments, or?
Um, Honestly, I think mostly will probably be USD JPY. Just because that's the pair that I've been following for the longest, and found the most success with that pair. But I may
Yeah.
also have some trades with GBP JPY as well, and potentially Euro USD. But for the most part, it will most likely be USD JPY.
Cool. So I'll take it that this is like the favorite pair that you trade and you put the most focus into.
Yeah, it's honestly just been the easiest to read with
Right.
levels and even just the numerical side of it. And kind of just living in the US, I don't know if it's a little bit of an edge, but I can kind of see what's going on here when it comes down to like fundamentals and things like that. So just kind of works out that way.
Yeah, absolutely. You should always choose something that you're favored in, or you've got like sort of good understanding or knowledge base that interests you. One thing as well is you don't always use a take profit. So what's your kind of exit strategy when it comes to trades?
So I usually do mark it up. Like I do have my take profit set. But usually or yeah, I'll say usually I end up taking partials. So I end up just closing a position of like a part of my position. Once I reach like a profit that I'm okay with. If it does come back to my break even point, then I have to reconsider getting back in the trade. But if I can let that trade run, I'll go ahead and let that trade run.
And yeah, so the only other question I had is, your stop losses. Now, I assume you are moving the stop losses, yeah?
I'm sorry?
Your stop losses.
Yes.
I assume you're moving them, yeah?
Am I moving them?
Yeah. So when a trade's open, are you adjusting them in the trade?
Yeah, I would say it's not significant. I may move maybe like 4 to 5 pips. Again, it's really tough because my trading style differs when I'm trying to complete the challenge. I'll be honest, because the challenge to me is really just get it done. And then once I have the account, it's like, okay, now I can buckle down, settle down, and actually trade in a less stressful manner, I guess, or it's not even stressful.
It's not too stressful. I mean, you got to complete, what is it, 10% in 180 days? Usually we like to evaluate the level one as, the trader's performance. This is what we should be seeing on level 2, 3 and beyond. So we try and take the pressure off that to some extent when it comes to being stressful for the trader.
Yeah.
But I just noticed that a lot of your stop losses were either in a break even or in profit for quite a few of them, which would suggest that you are banking a bit of profit or moving your stop loss to break even.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good habit that I have. It's like as soon as I'm at a comfortable spot in profits, it's either I'm taking partials or I'm moving stop loss to break even. And I find that helps a lot. But where it could kind of hinder performance is if I happen to move it a little too soon, and then I have to think about re-entering, and then that kind of in itself can have me over trading. But for the most part, if I catch a nice entry, I can hold and that's it. I don't have to worry about touching that trade for the remainder of the day or until it comes back to break even. But you're right. I mostly do try to get myself to that point as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to discuss here. Obviously, you've made the 11.2%, more than 10% profit. You're on level 2 now, and there's not a great, there's, as you see, it was really a few of the major trades that really did pull you into the well, to actually complete the level 1. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more volume.
And I look forward to continuing with you guys.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Kenny. And have a good rest of your week.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Cheers.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye-bye.